Today, falling in love can start with a swipe on a screen, a photo, a message, a coffee. But strip away the apps, the flowers, the candlelit dinners, and you're left with a strange and beautiful question. Did our ancient ancestors feel love at all? Did a human 50,000 years ago lie awake thinking about someone? Did they feel that flutter, that ache, that pull toward another person? For most of history, we assumed love was a modern luxury. But the truth, written in our bones and our brains, suggests something far older and far more powerful. Love may be one of the most ancient things about us. Here's the first surprise. The feeling we call love isn't a cultural invention. It's chemistry, and it's ancient. Deep in the human brain, two chemicals, oxytocin and vasopressin, drive the bonds we form with each other. They're the reason a parent melts at their child, and the reason two people can feel inseparable. And these same chemicals run through other bonding animals too, which means the machinery of attachment was evolving long before humans were even human. So when your ancestor felt a powerful pull toward another person, it wasn't poetry. It was biology, hundreds of thousands of years in the making. But why would evolution give us something as messy as love? The answer is survival. Human babies are born helpless, more helpless than almost any animal on Earth, and they stay that way for years. Raising one took enormous effort, more than a single person could often manage alone. So nature found a solution: bond the parents together. Two people who felt deeply attached were more likely to stay, to share the burden, to keep that fragile child alive through the cold and the hunger. Love wasn't a luxury. It was a survival strategy. The couples who bonded were the ones whose children survived to become us. And here's where the story stops being just theory. In northern Italy, archaeologists uncovered something that took their breath away. Two skeletons, thousands of years old, buried face to face, arms wrapped around each other, locked in an embrace that had lasted for millennia. They are now known as the Lovers of Valdaro. We can't know their story. We don't know if they were partners or what they meant to each other. But someone, long ago, chose to bury these two people holding each other for eternity. And that single act tells us something profound. That the bonds between people mattered deeply, even in the ancient world. If ancient humans could love, then they could also lose. And that's a harder truth. The same brain chemistry that lets us bond is the chemistry that makes loss hurt. When a bonded partner died, the grief your ancestors felt was likely as real and as crushing as anything we feel today. Jealousy, longing, heartbreak, the joy of being chosen, these weren't invented by poets and pop songs. They are ancient emotions running in us like an underground river, connecting you to every human who ever lay awake aching for someone they couldn't be with. But here's something we often forget. For ancient humans, love was never just about two people. It was the glue of the entire group. The fierce love of a mother. The bond between siblings raised side by side. And something special to humans, the role of grandmothers, who lived long past childbearing age specifically to help raise the next generation. In a world without hospitals or safety nets, love between people, all kinds of love, was what held a community together against a brutal world. We didn't just survive as individuals, we survived as people who cared for each other. So the next time you feel that pull towards someone, that warmth, that ache, remember, you are feeling one of the oldest forces in human history. The same chemistry, the same longing, the same need to be close to another person that pulled our ancestors together around ancient fires. Civilizations rose and fell. Languages were born and forgotten. But love in all its messy, beautiful forms was there the whole time. It may be the most human thing we have. We tend to think of our ancestors as cold, struggling survivors. But they laughed, they bonded, and yes, they loved. Fiercely. And every one of us is proof that those bonds held. If you enjoyed this, subscribe, because next time we're answering another strange and beautiful question about the lives our ancestors lived.